You feel for me, I feel for you. So let's do this together and make something out of it. For the last time, who do you want? Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me.
Baby, it's time you tell me what you want. Now that you see this man isn't one for two.
All right. Let's do a sound check. Let's make sure that I'm here. I'm only here for a minute. The whole song must be my favorite. It is. It's one of them. What the hell you think people come here for? Can you hear me? Just let me make sure you can hear me. Hold on. They come to get the music. Once I play the theme song or I play the opening song, then they bounce. The hell? You don't think I know that? You don't think I know that they only here for the music and then they gone? We good? YouTube, we good? Facebook, we good? Twitch, we good? Instagram, are we good? Let me make sure I'm looking at comments. Are we good? Thank you. Mama Bird said, sounds great. Mike sounds nice. Thank you, Lil Donna. Like Donna. Alethea, I seen Cruz in his cruiser. It was the music for me, sis. Next time, play the other Ludacris song for him. Whoa, get out the way. He didn't look like he was looking. He looked like if he was in the way, he was gonna roll you. He was gonna roll over you. That little man, we watched him grow up right before our eyes. I appreciate you too. Thank you. All right, so let me just say, short show. I don't have much today. Just a couple things, man, to be honest with you. I put a post on my page. Thanks for those that are here, the two and few that are here. I thank you. I don't have much today. I'm just gonna say a couple things and then I'm gonna bounce. Maybe somebody a call or something. I don't know. I don't know how today gonna work out. Excuse me. Thank you, DB. Thank you for letting me know. I'm sorry. I get the tickles on some of the messages that I get on my private page sometime, on my private situation here. It trips me out, some of the things that I read sometimes, but it's all good. It's all gravy. People mean well when they interpret whatever they interpret. They mean well, and it's cool. Man, I just had some funny. I don't know if this is funny or not, but I can't get a clear understanding of what's going on with Smokey Robinson. Like, I know it's not funny that sexual assaults or pimping and all that. It's not funny, but damn, Smokey about dead. And I don't mean like, I'm talking about like, I don't mean like he's literally dead. I mean like he has way more yesterdays than he has tomorrows left, right? I mean, I'm just being honest. And what I'm hearing in the news is Smokey Robinson is now being charged for sexual assault or something of that nature. Accused, not charged, accused of sexual assault. I don't think it's ever going to be a criminal case. It's probably time has run out on that, I would think. But Smokey, y'all gonna mess with Smokey. And I'm not suggesting that Smokey Robinson may not have had his time, but these rappers and singers, I mean, if they messing with Smokey at, what is he, like 90 or some shit? Isn't he? I mean, he up there, 80 something. I can't wait. God willing that God allows me to live another 20 years. Maybe, let me see, what would she be? Y'all know who I'm talking about here in a minute. If God allows me to live another 30 years, 35 years, thank you, Regina. He 85. Damn. So if God allowed me to live another, damn, it's gonna take me another 40. I could probably do it if I'm at an age where I could probably live another 40. I don't want to live another 40, to be honest with y'all. But if I could live another 40 years, I can't wait for the sexual assault cases to come out on the rappers of today. Like Sexy Red, all them tattoos and shit she got on her body and all these tattoos on these rappers' bodies, on their face, in between, all over their body. Can you imagine what Sexy Red is going to look like in 40 more years? And got charges pending for sexual assault for some shit she did in Sacramento. It's just going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. If time repeats, y'all don't think that this is the first time, man. Look, this is not the first time that old singers and rappers have caught cases, like singers in this case. But 30 years from now, there's going to be some CEOs, Birdman. Well, they old enough to be catching cases now. But I'm talking about Sexy Red, all these young artists that going through their little rock star moments on the road. I guarantee you, even if they innocent, which most of them will probably be innocent, but the money grab is real out here. The money grab is absolutely real. And I know a lot of people don't like the fact that I do publicly defend Bill Cosby. I defend Bill Cosby in a different way, though. I defend him because I don't think he's innocent of having sexual relations with these women. I think he's guilty of being involved. I think he's guilty of being involved with these women, but I think it was consensual. But I think Bill Cosby just didn't want, sorry about that, guys. Let me make sure that the mic is going okay because my bars are saying something different. But I believe Bill Cosby was having consensual sex with these women. I just think that he didn't want to admit to certain things because of the drug use. And he is so-called, the father of the year type of thing. And he doesn't want to be known for doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't want to be the guy that's doing drugs with women in hotels and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I can honestly, I have been on the forefront. I ain't been like out here on the picket, on the fence. Holding the signs up, talking about free Bill Cosby. I wasn't that guy out there when he was locked up. But I can tell you right now, Bill Cosby did a whole lot for the community that was certainly forgotten when he got in his little so-called trouble. And I just think that Bill Cosby, look at the circle that Bill Cosby was hanging out in. Hugh Hefner and all those guys. Come on, man. Them guys didn't have to drug anybody to have sex with them. I'm just, maybe I'm just speaking out of turn. I don't know, but they don't have to do that. These women were going to these locations willingly. And I don't think they had to beg. I don't think they had to beg for the things that they wanted in women. Because let me just say this, and this is probably going to be a little disrespectful, and I'm sorry if it is. But if my daughter was going to the Playboy Bunny or Playboy Mansion, I would have a problem with it. And if somebody called her out of her name for being there, I couldn't get mad. So I feel that women that hang out in establishments like that open themselves up to be, I don't want to say violated, because I think when you go there, you know what time it is. I don't think that if a woman, I guess it's kind of like this. I guess you could be a prostitute working in a whole house and still holler rape, because some things just don't, you just can't do certain things, right? But if, you still got to ask yourself, well, what you doing in there? Why are you there? You around creeps, you doing creep type shit. So why don't you think some creepy shit gonna happen to you? and you want people to come to your defense? Yeah, that's kind of odd to me. It's just like a man. If you're going to find yourself in certain situations in certain places, yeah, certain things can happen to you there. Certain things can happen to you there. So unfortunately, you don't really get any sympathy from me, because if you're going to put yourself in a position that where you can be violated, and that's what they doing in them places, hey, I kind of expect it to happen. And you probably expect it to happen too. That's just how it goes. You know, you're more likely to get hit by a car if you're driving in traffic. If you're in traffic, more likely you're gonna get. That's where most accidents happen, high traffic areas. So now I've defended, and I'm not like gonna fight for Bill Cosby, but I'm just saying Bill Cosby gave a lot of money. He gave speeches. He did a lot of things that put a lot of positivity in the community. Okay, it wasn't just about money. Look at all the opportunities, the doors that he opened up on different levels that a certain community didn't want to see Bill Cosby prosper in. Because the more positive, look at all look at the Fat Albert show, all the positive stuff that Bill Cosby was putting in the air for our kids to grow up and watch. Now you see what they watching and the things that they doing. If I wanted you all dead, I wouldn't want a Bill Cosby around either, who had the money to finance good projects. Lord knows, and I'm hoping that, and this is a big wish. This is a wish. I hope that Tyler Perry gets his shit together and put out some positive black men and some positive, strong black men in some of his movies with that big ass studio down there. Because what I'm starting to believe, I love his business hand, but I also believe that his business hand may have been just given to him. They allowed him to do that so he can push the agenda that's being pushed on us. I had a situation with my wife the other day because, she liked that type shit. She liked Tyler Perry movies and all that. Most women do. But me as a man, I kind of get a little, I'm on the edge because all that shit that Tyler Perry put men in these movies being, I'm not that. I'm not that. So how am I going to sit back and watch other men? Now, every man ain't me and I ain't every man, but I can't sit back and watch every man. I could do bad by my damn self. Every woman hollering at these guys. And now you even got a good woman who got a good man all in her feelings about some shit. You know what I'm saying? No, that's crazy to me. Y'all know these movies can get out of hand. And see, here's where I got a problem. Y'all gonna take it for what it's worth. My daughters and my wife, they like to do things together. They watch these television shows, right? They watch shit that I would never watch. That's why we just go in different rooms. I don't have a man cave, damn it. I got a man planet. I got a whole damn first floor or a whole floor full of shit where I could just live there and not be bothered with anyone. And the studio is there. That's where I'm at. And if I don't even want to hear the shit that they watching. They watching RuPaul. I don't want to see a bunch of men dressed up like women, wearing swimming suits and makeup and wigs and shit. I don't want to watch that. And they don't understand why I don't want to watch that. I'm like, how is that entertaining? So I had to flip the script one time. Now, I don't know if this is not funny. This is some real shit. This is my life. This is the Wyatt family home. All right. I asked them one day, I said, now, how would y'all feel? Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all get mad at me because I'd be like, oh, this shit crazy. I ain't about to watch that. Even my mother-in-law come to the crib and they be there having her ass down there watching it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what, this shit crazy? It's crazy. I'm not going to watch RuPaul. I'm not about to watch the Kardashians and all this old goofy ass shit. This ain't reality. And they call it reality TV. Craziest shit in the world to me. But now let me get back to the RuPaul thing. I asked them one day, I said, y'all get mad at me. Y'all call me homophobic and shit because I'm watching a bunch of dudes dressed up like girls. You say they ain't gay. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know a straight man on this planet, a heterosexual man on this planet that dress up in drag and walk around in heels as good as they do, and they not gay. I don't know none. I don't know any dude that walk in and be like, what up, bro? I'm going to the I'm going to the, what do they call that shit? What do they call it when the men dress up like that? They perform at the clubs and shit. What do they call them club? Drag queen show. I don't know a dude with a deep voice that's into that type of shit, that's into women, that hang with the boys, shoot ball with us on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. I don't know none of them that go do this shit part-time and that's they not gay or some. I don't know anybody like that. So don't run that game on me. Thank you, Dion. Drag show. Thank you. I don't understand this shit. This shit is crazy as hell. And I don't understand why y'all women would want to watch a bunch of men dress up like women. What the, when that shit become popular? When did that shit get popular? I don't get it. Why is that so slick to y'all? And here go the thing. You ain't got a problem with a man dressing up. Some of them motherfuckers wear the shit better than y'all do. And that's what they say. Like, look how perfect his makeup is. Look at this and look at how he, look at those here, how he walking. I mean, yeah. How could you sit back? So here, I asked this question to my wife and kids one day, and I was dead ass. I was dead ass. They just they think I'm crazy. this is a crazy situation for me. I said, how would y'all feel if you came home and I'm in my area and in my space and I'm watching a bunch of women dress up like dudes and they trying to be dudes and they doing runway with suits. Y'all know I love my clothes. You know what I'm saying? I love clothes. I like men clothes. I like Savage. I love Forward. I love all of it when it comes to clothes, right? But how would you feel if guys was dressing, if women was dressing up like dudes and there was a show? Let's just reverse it and say that RuPaul was a lady that was doing just the opposite. Would y'all sit down in here and watch a bunch of women dress up like men with the hats to the back, putting jersey sets together, seeing what jersey set, rocking J's and shit like that, having a competition on who the hardest dude? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't even entertain it. You would be like, oh my, oh no. No, and has anybody, well, maybe I'm wrong because I've been wrong before. There's a lot of different programs on out here that I'm not accustomed to. I don't even know the name of the apps and stuff. But somebody put it in the screen so I can hit my people back, my wife and my kids back. Somebody put it in the screen if you know somewhere that they show that type of stuff where the women are dressing up like dudes and it's like a RuPaul show and you know, they doing it like RuPaul and the girls. The guys dressing up, the girls dressing up like guys. Send the name of that show to me. Send the name of that show to me and what channel it's on. And what planet they showing it on. Send that shit to me so I can show it to them. And I'm gonna make them sit down and watch that shit. And let me see if I don't get a no. Look at how she walks. She walked just like a dude. That's how I feel when I see them dudes walking in them damn hills and shit. Like, this shit is crazy. What is so fascinating about this? And here's the other thing. One of my favorite little shows, I'm going to be honest with you, and then I'm going to get out. I think I'm on my twin shit right now. One of my favorite little shows that come on is The Amazing Race. Anybody familiar with The Amazing Race? The Amazing Race is when families get together. It's usually a husband and wife, brother or a sister, you know, whatever. Best friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, and now, of course, lover, boy and boy, girl and girl, whatever. The shit is getting so out of hand. I'm starting to see so many more gay people, like these couples on this show, that it's kind of making me feel like, okay, now I see what's going on here. There is an agenda to push a certain lifestyle and normalize it. I guess it's normal to some people. It's not normal to me. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not homophobic. I have no problem with gay people. But what I do see here is the lack of strong black men. I don't even want to say black. Yeah, let's keep it right there. Because I look for it. I look for it. Somebody put in the screen right here, what's the latest show? Help me. Help me find something on television. Help me. Help me. Help me. What is a show that shows strong black successful men? Give me a show like that. Not a dude that's sipping to his wife on the show, the happy life, happy wife, happy life shit. Not that bullshit that Cedric the Entertainer is on with him and Pam from Martin. Not that. Because he don't act manly on there. He's a do boy. He a do boy on that show. He don't even talk like he really talk. I don't like that type of shit. Show me a show, a series. Not Siri, series. No, Mama Bird said The Bachelor. That ain't no manly shit. How could women think that that's manly? That's not manly. That shit ain't real. That's not manly. What it is, to be honest with you, I don't know, we got a serious disconnect these days. And the thing is women have fallen in love with fantasy. Yeah, y'all falling in love with fantasy more so than real shit, because I got a post that I put up on my page. And it says, some of y'all didn't already seen it. You didn't hit the like or nothing because whatever. Maybe you didn't like my quote. I always said in my life, I'm going to choose, not be chosen. Sierra, did you catch that? All right. Yeah, your name is very close as well. They don't have any James Evans anymore. We don't have no problem talking about how bad shit is in America for black people. And I remember people talking about how we don't want no more good times. We don't want any more good times. Good times showed black people all down and messed up. No, good times was hard and good for us, because good times is that's reality TV. Except that shit that James would never, what was it? Florida would never. She would never take money if it hit the ground. If somebody found some money, she always turned it in. My mama never would turn anything in. Mama Birch, I know you ain't turning shit. If Darnell came home with $50 that he found in the hallway or the Archins way, y'all going to Sizzler. You ain't turning shit in at the rent office. Talking about who money is this, and they gonna give you 30 days to come get. You not doing that. But Florida Evans on Good Times was just like, Ken, let me read you. Let me read it real fast. My bad, brother. Yeah, there you go. He said, Wyatt, there is not any more. You have to go back in time. Good Times, James Evans. You're right. James worked at the car wash. Stop, Fame. He had full-time employment when it didn't rain. When it, you know what I'm saying? No, he would always say, well, they laying off, or he would stay home when it rained. That was part of the storyline. He just couldn't come up. He couldn't get a better job. And I never understood that. Maybe he was lacking skills. I don't know, but I thought James was a fixer. You know what I'm saying? I thought he fixed shit. You know what I'm saying? But maybe not. Maybe not. What are y'all saying? Twin? Shaba? What up, Simba? Did I say something wrong about black? Y'all know I gotta watch my mouth saying something about black women. I'm just saying. The Jeffersons. There you go, DB. Somebody give me a show today that can match with our shows that we used to watch back in the day. That showed us come up, showed us family oriented. Somebody show me that. They've worked on it. I think they brought out a new series. What was it called? It was The Fresh Prince. Was that real? Yeah, you got some black folks that live like that, but did that make it? My daughters and them was watching it for a little while, and they had a new Will Smith. They had a new Will Smith. They had a new Carlton and all that. It was interesting because that's our era. That's our 90s era. It was interesting to maybe look at it, but I couldn't really get into it. I couldn't get into it. It was a little bit different. They showed a little bit more out of the house. You know what I'm saying? They showed more in the new Fresh Prince. They showed more at the campus of school, and they didn't keep it in the house. If you ever look at the Fresh Prince back in our day, they had more things in the home, which was more family oriented. When you start incorporating situations outside the home, it takes the substance away from the program. For me, I'm talking about family oriented stuff. Anthony Prosser said The Neighborhood. No, that's the one with Cedric the Entertainer. No, I ain't feeling that. I like Ced, but let me tell you the Entertainer that I like. I like Barbershop Ced the Entertainer, and maybe the King of Comedy. He was probably one of the weaker ones on the King of Comedy tour, but I like Barbershop for Cedric the Entertainer. I like Eddie, who was cutting hair. That's who I like, who kept it 100 and told the younger guys what was going on out here. That's what I like. But now, you know what I'm saying? Partners on all these shows. Like, one of my favorite shows is The Amazing Race. I think it's slick. I think it's, you apply logic to, maneuver. Has anybody else seen The Amazing Race? I mean, it's one of my shows that I like to watch because it's strategic and, But now you very seldom see a black couple. You very seldom see a man, a strong man. I got 3 gay couples on there that I'm watching right now on that Amazing Race. 3. You got the 2 black women, and you got the black man with a white boy, and then you got two gay white boys, and they give them so much airtime. I mean, they seem to be the most flamboyant and the most vocal on the show, so I guess that's why they get the airtime. Maybe I don't want to overstep what I'm saying, but they get a lot of airtime, and they play the violin music and the soft music to show how loving they are towards one another and how they support one another and this and that. And I'll be like, show the grandmama and the grandfather up there who coming in last place. I'd rather hear them arguing shit than to hear this fake shit that these 2 gay dudes is talking about with one another. I'll love you forever and all of that. I ain't trying to hear all that, bro. I just think they're pushing an agenda on television on purpose, and they're just trying to make it seem like, I don't know. I don't think that gay people need that to be accepted. That's just my opinion. If you're gay, you're gay. I don't have a problem with it. But let me tell you where I do. This is how I feel. When you make me watch shit like that, I feel like you're forcing it on me. That's just like a gay dude coming on to me. Like, I don't have a problem with gay people as long as you don't come on to me. All right? Isn't that fair? That's just like you ladies. You don't have a problem looking nice as long as some creep don't come calling and hollering at you, right? Ain't nothing wrong with looking nice. Ain't nothing wrong with people approaching you. But don't you don't want creeps approaching you. You got to start looking at yourself like, what's wrong? What am I doing? I'm just saying. DB, what you say? He says, Amazing Race, you ain't going, Wyatt. I'm trying to get you out on the field. Nah, bro, stop. You might as well stop watching this program if your agenda is to get me back in baseball. DB, it ain't gonna happen, bro. Do you realize I done told you on here 3 times? DB, if I go out on that field, I'm gonna twist something. I'm going to twist something. Ankle. I can't even jam a finger these days, DB. I can't jam a finger, brother. If I jam my finger, it'll be jammed for the remainder of my life. If I got 30 more years to live, I'm gonna have a 30-year jam finger. The body just don't heal like it used to, bro. Stephen Speed brought a good point up. Godfather of Harlem, one of my favorite shows, but it's a little bit different. Okay, what's his name? Who's playing it? Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker is the head of that. So in order to see a strong black man, we got to see a dude that's selling Doochie out here. We got to see a dude that's coming up off the community by selling dope in the community. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's not strong. I get it, but that's not strong shit to me. We got too many black successful people in this country that we could be making movies about, but we don't have. I mean, Hollywood's not giving certain producers the budget. You got a black man. I'm gonna call it. You got a black man, Tyler Perry, that got a studio larger than Hollywood, and producing shit where all the men in this film cheating on the women, having all these other marital affairs, and it's just, to me, nobody has a high store building in downtown Dallas and they running some conglomerate company. I need to see that. Our children, our little boys and girls need to see that. They need to see what Bill Cosby did when he had the Cosby Show. And it was time for Theo and it was time for Denise and them to get out of the house. They had spinoffs of HBCUs. We need our kids to see that. We need them to feel like going to college is not only just educational, it's fun. And then we need to see the guys that graduate from the HBCUs who go off and do great, amazing things, start companies, and hold it down. Look, I guess I'm not the only one who think this way, but maybe I'm the only one that's going to say it because I'm one of the very few that have a platform. But I think it's very important that if we can show violence all the time, why can't we show some success? I challenge us. Let's show half the success as they showing violence on us, and let's see how that work out. When was the last time you seen somebody go live from their office? I've done it a couple times over the 5 years, but I'm guilty. I don't do it that often. I don't do it as often as I probably should. That I could do it. But it's not interesting. Sierra, you're absolutely right. That's part of the problem. He's doing his Magic Johnson act. For you guys that ever heard my little small story about Magic Johnson, when Magic Johnson left the NBA, when he retired, he got in the sporting good business. When he got in the sporting good business, Magic Johnson was the boss. He had all the money. He ran the store. He was his own buyer. So Magic Johnson went out and bought everything that he likes. See what I'm saying? He went out and bought all the stylish stuff that he want to wear and that he think would sell well. He didn't put the right people in place to be able to put things on his shelf that would sell. So the business failed. I'm not suggesting that Tyler Perry is going to fail, because I believe personally that Tyler Perry, has support from areas that we don't see. That's not out there. That's just not in front of our eyes. They're working behind the scenes, so to speak. They're allowing him. They want him to push this agenda, and they love those type of movies. I just think that that's being pushed on purpose. That's just my personal opinion. If it wasn't, he's had plenty of time. And here's the thing: he only, like you said here, he doesn't really use a bunch of writers. It's his way or no way, which I'm kind of like that myself. But when you're in the entertainment business, my goodness, it would probably serve you better as a business to open up the gates of all this different content that could be out there. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, to only push a certain type of agenda or a certain type of way, that just doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like you really in it for everything. You in it for your thing. That's just me. Sorry, but I just think that we just need more. We just need the Cosby shows to come back. And hell, everybody know that as poor as the Evanses were, in good times, it still was a good show. And it taught us a whole lot about getting over the obstacles. It showed us a whole lot of how to do things and how to eat those, bread sandwiches and the mayonnaise sandwiches. And it just showed us a whole lot. And It just prepared us for other things in life. And it's just me. That's just me. But with Smokey Robinson getting in trouble, I haven't read the article. I haven't really watched any of the news on it because I don't want to hear how they laying it out, to be honest with you, because when the media gets it, they're gonna frame it a certain way. I rather not. I'd rather be able to wait and see what the charges are, which I can pull up I can pull that up. I would rather read the allegations for myself versus hearing it from a third party, and letting them spin it the way it needs to be spun for them to sell books or whatever. Stephen Speed said, I enjoyed Rock when it was on. Rock was really good. Rock was really good. Rock was, I think my favorite episode is when Pinky played the dope man in there and Rock ran him out of the neighborhood. Remember that? You remember that? It was when Rock was coming in and Tone Loc was on the show. Remember Tone Loc? He was on the show, and they didn't want the dope boy, which was Pinky. They didn't want him in the community. And that was one of my favorite episodes. Rock was a trash man, and he was proud of being a trash man, and it showed that hard work can have you eating every day. It can get you a family, can build you a family. I just didn't like the fact that they made it where him and Eleanor, they couldn't have children. It would have been nice for them or did they end up having a baby or something? Or did they adopt a baby or something? It would have been nice to see him raise a child and make it a family and move old ass Joey out of their house. But we all know we got uncles and shit that will stay with mama till mama die. As long as he can still make it up them steps and go to the attic or down in the basement. We all got somebody in our family that's still living with their mama. He 40 years old and he's still living with his mama, which is crazy as hell to me. But it happens. I didn't like that portion of Rock, but hey, Joey was pretty cool. He had his brother's back. We just don't have shows like that anymore. Maybe, like I said, I'm missing something because I was talking one day and I was talking about why does Cops not come back on? Remember Cops? And I think Emmanuel Livingston came on, or he made a comment, and he said he corrected me. He said, yeah, it still come on, but I think it comes on A&E or something like that. So I went back and I checked A&E later on, probably a day or two later, and he's right. They do have new episodes of Cops and those type of shows on A&E, but I don't watch A&E. I remember when Cops came on when I got home from work, and it was on Channel 19 back in Cincinnati. I remember watching this shit on primetime television. That's what I remember. But we're in a new era. We're in a new age. I understand. Maybe I need to diversify my television stations. All right, the apps and stuff. Maybe I need to start looking a little bit more. That's why I'm asking for help. Show me a black show that can compete with the shows in the 90s that we used to watch. I don't even care if it's something like Martin. You understand? Like Martin, that showed some guys that wasn't in trouble, having fun, enjoying each other's company, had a woman, they were engaged, they had couples that had living the same type of lifestyle. I don't think Tommy had a job, but I'm just saying, wasn't involved with all this running with the police. They wasn't thugged out, they wasn't gang affiliated and all that old shit. Show me a movie that can compete with Boomerang. Somebody show me a movie that can compete with Boomerang. All right? Who remember Boomerang? Show me a movie that can compete with it. Sierra said, check out the Best Man series on Peacock. I will do that because I like that movie. Wasn't it a movie with Morris Chestnut? Wasn't that a movie first? Now it's a series. Okay. Yeah. What's up, Tracy? What up, TD? She said, even Queen Latifah is a single mom on The Equalizer. Of course she is. How many black women do you see, Tracy, on television that's married and happily married, been in a marriage as long as you and your husband, happy with 2 kids, and they going off to college, and the husband been working, breaking his ass to work. Y'all living good, you know, living good life. How many shows do we see like that? We don't. We know that our lives exist like that. But why isn't, and this is not, look, we can say all the shit we want to say about Hollywood won't give us the budget. That's true. But we got too many people in position. Oprah didn't have Lionsgate for decades, at least two decades. She didn't pull in hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, this ain't gonna be no drive down on Oprah. But I said this a long time ago. I said there's only a few black billionaires in this country that they got their billions through entertainment. Okay. But to be a billionaire in this country, you have to have permission. Understand? You have to have permission to be a billionaire. All right. Because they don't want certain people with that kind of money, people that will change the narratives and make it a certain kind of way for us to be seen a certain kind of way. They're not going to do that. What they want us to do is they want us to look like money, but they want us to preach that we got it fast. They never want you to hear the struggle. They never want the process to be seen how to get it. They just want to hand it to you. And they want the kids to look like it's just handed to them. And how I know that is I've experienced it. I got 2 daughters. Okay. And everybody in here that just raised a family, chances are that your kids are as spoiled as you made them. And what I mean by that is you didn't teach them all the principles and the morals and the respect, but they want the cars that you've been letting them drive. They think that you about to buy them that shit. They want the same type of house you've raised them in. They think that you're going to have them. They think they're going to just have that shit. You have to install that work ethic in them. And that work ethic don't come. I mean, a lot of them don't adopt it real easy. They don't get it as easy. They don't understand it. They don't understand that it took 20 years to do certain things because they have it now. You understand what I'm saying? Zulu Shaba, he said, screen move. Shaba said, when will they make a movie called Furious, a spinoff from Boys in the Hood? Who was Furious in there? Was that the father? Was that Trey's father? Oh, Donna, please leave that alone. She said that Good Times cartoon was horrible. Let me tell you, I never gave the Good Times cartoon a chance. You know why? Because I couldn't get past the introduction. You know how they play like the theme song? And I got a caller on the line. I'm sorry, caller. You know how they play the theme song and then they show previews of what's, they show the characters and then I couldn't get past that. Black cartoons with all these gold chains and gold teeth and all this old goofy ass shit. No, I couldn't get past the credits, the beginning credits. Let me go to the phone lines real fast. My apologies. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What up, Wyatt? This is your favorite Black Not Democrat, also known Drop Squad 52.
Drop Squad 52. Long time no talk to. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. It was some Cincinnati things in the news recently, so I said, let me see if Wyatt talking about it.
We talked about it a little bit yesterday.
You talking about the case where the father of the victim of a police-involved shooting ran down a retired off-duty cop?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, bro. But I'm open for it. I'm open for it. I was just letting you know to make sure you watched yesterday's show.
Yeah, I know, because again, like I said, I don't watch you every day because you're not political. But when something major happens, I see if you're talking about it.
Yeah, this is a national story now.
Right. So was that story the reason you start talking about the Black community needs all these shows that used to be on TV in the 90s?
A little bit. It's not real. It didn't spark it. I've had this conversation before, but if you really think about it, it would help. And it probably would cut down on a little bit of the situations that we see today. That's just my opinion.
Okay. All right. Okay. So here's my question, Mr. Wyatt.
Okay.
Now, obviously those shows that were out in the 90s that were pro-black, pro-family, pro-success, there was also the other side of the black experience that we weren't seeing on TV. And that was being on display through rap music.
Okay.
Okay. So I have to ask you, because we all know why very few young black people, the audience that you expect to be watching these shows, they don't watch regular network TV. Okay. They watch people that have podcasts, people that have YouTube channels, TikTokers,
You're right.
and things like that.
Right.
So again, it's like, is it that you think that the message is a message that black people aren't aware of, they're not hearing? Or do you think that if people see these images on TV or on their phone, that somehow it's going to change their situation?
I don't really understand that question. I mean, as much as I'm trying, I hear you, but I don't understand the question. Can you kind of rephrase it? I'm a C
Okay,
student. So
all right, I'll rephrase it again. Like I said, we had the terrible incident in Cincinnati.
Right.
Police officer kills a young black man doing, which I'm pretty sure you told everybody wasn't doing the right thing.
Okay.
Because it wasn't raised properly or whatever. And then the next day on your show, I hear you talking about positive black shows that we need more of today.
Okay.
Okay, so again, the black people that were watching those shows in the 90s are parents now.
Okay.
Some of them are even grandparents.
Okay.
But you still have the chaos within the black community today. So I'm just saying, is it because everybody knows what a positive message is? It don't matter what color or what race you are in the United States. If you do certain things, you more than likely are going to have a successful life.
Yeah, that's true.
As an American.
That's true. But I also think that watching, I think we gravitate to what we look like in some cases, some people. And I was like that as a young man. Like, I would see the white boys in the nice cars and stuff. All right. But I didn't necessarily have to get it the way they got it. I seen the brothers in the hood that was getting money, and I was going to get what the white boys got the way the brothers in the hood was getting money. That was going to equate to what they had out in the suburbs for me. See, but if I seen brothers getting it.
Because see, Wyatt, that's what I was just going to ask you. How old were you when these shows were out in the 90s? I know you were a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so did those shows influence you?
Yes.
With some of your decisions that you made in the hood?
Some of these shows was even before the 90s. I'm referring to like Good Times and the Jeffersons. Those were 80s shows.
Oh, you were a little kid.
Pretty much. I was a kid.
Shit, you wasn't born until what, 70?
What you doing on here right now? What you doing? I mean, where we going with this? It was in the 80s when I watched
Wyatt,
that shit.
Again, the only question I'm asking, because again, is your opinion that if black people see I'm talking about the young black people today, if they see these shows that you're talking about need to be more visible or out there.
Okay, I'm catching it.
What do you think the outcome would be, considering we had all those shows from the 90s? And look where we are today, talking about.
But the kids that are out there doing the things today are 14, 15 years old. They weren't watching the movies. They weren't watching the shows that we were watching. Those type of shows didn't even exist. I'm talking about the formats, the family oriented type of way it was presented to the public. Those things didn't go. You have to look at us. You have to look at our era, my age, a little bit younger than you and some people on here. Look at those age groups and you say, how are they acting out here? Does their behavior match the shows that was coming on in the 80s? And I have to say yes, because that's
right.
Yes, but today's kids are not watching. They never had an opportunity to see the shows in the 90s. They weren't born till 2000, a little bit after 2000.
And see, my point, all I'm going to say and then I'm gonna hang up and let somebody else get in. And shout out to all the people in the chat. And of course, I got to mention my main man, Fane Rothstein. But all I'm saying, Wyatt, is the bottom line to all this, and this is what I'm saying in closing.
Okay.
It comes down to the Black family. Okay. You've already told us about your family upbringing. You were raised by a young single mom. It's a lot of Black people. Either there were latchkey kids. You remember that term, don't you? A latchkey?
Yep.
Okay. Had the key around your neck.
Yeah.
And tied. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So again, it's the family structure within the Black community that has been breaking down over the years. And again, politically, the media, Hollywood, academia, and the political class, they think they can replace the family that in a way they took part in destroying. I'm talking about the Black community. And then you throw in the LGBTQAI plus community. Again, who's promoting that lifestyle, Wyatt? Well, politics, academia, Hollywood, and entertainment.
Yeah, and you got to understand, I think the parameter for that has moved a lot because social media has allowed, like 20, 30 years ago, you couldn't do what I'm doing right now and give these opinions out to the world. We didn't have this type of control, but the control that we have now, this maybe this will fit into what you're saying. The control that we have now as a community, like being able to do what we're doing right now and speak and communicate. You're all the way in California. I'm in Florida. It's like 30 years ago, we couldn't do this. And that was a pivotal time of us being able to influence what we then called crack baby era. See what I'm saying? We could have controlled not having a crack era if we can control what we control now. We have control of it now, but it's a little too late. It's almost like trying to prevent yourself from getting cancer, going to the doctor, and you show up and you at stage 4. You probably would have been a better situation if you would have went to the doctor and got checked out at stage 1. You see what I'm saying? We're at stage 4 of social media and the influence and the takeover of our children. I watch more videos that pop up on social media of our children out there fighting than I do of our kids in a classroom on the A honor roll or anything. Are you talking about positive things about our children? I don't see a lot of that. There's some of it out there, but it's definitely outweighed by the negative. And that's because we're way behind on having our children. Look, bro, I used to say we let the streets out hustle the parents. It ain't the streets anymore. Right. It's the internet. It's the social media is out hustling the parents.
But everything out there, everything you mentioned, Wyatt, when we're talking about kids and children, they need parental guidance, okay? You have to have someone in that child's life that's guiding them.
Yes,
that's giving them multiple views of life instead of just saying the same.
They have it
all the time.
Drop, but that's what I'm telling you. Where you been, Drop?
No, but see, why again?
Wait a minute. I'm being facetious.
Everything is political.
I'm being facetious. They have it. It's called Daddy TikTok and Mama Instagram. Where the hell you been?
Hey, bro, how many times have I been saying since I've been part of your show? What has been almost 4 years now?
Something like
that you've had Wyatt Live?
Well, I've been here for 5 years, but who's counting?
Okay, but the last couple of years, especially because of the election, with the George Floyd stuff, the COVID, I always tell you, bro, it's your medium. It's what you're doing that's influencing the young people. It ain't ABC, NBC TV shows. It ain't. Young kids don't watch that shit no more.
No, they don't. It's a takeoff. But we lost control of that. That's why I was bigging up Bill Cosby, because look at the spinoffs that Bill Cosby had. Bill Cosby had me rocking HBCU apparel when I was a young man. You see what I'm saying? He didn't per se, but that's
called a fad.
Right, but still,
that's called a fad.
But still, it had me interested in going to an HBCU at one point. See what I'm saying? It just so happens that I was, my grades allowed me to go to a school that was pushing me in a different direction. that didn't have the program that the school that I went to, you know, they didn't have that program. I started out at Munich University in Europe. So I felt like that program was going to suit me better. And I was a you know, a foreigner, and I was pretty much able to do some things that I thought was going to help me later on down the line. And it did. But that all being said, bro, it still allowed me to wear, I wore HBCU hats and clothes, all that stuff. It became a trend, and more kids were going to HBCUs at that time. It was, you know, I think Bill Cosby did a good thing when it came down to that. What was it called? Different World, right? Yeah, that was a good show. It was a great show.
That was, but see, again, like they always say, we are not a monolith, okay? And things are getting mixed up even more and more, because what used to be a black man became an African American, and now it's even wider by calling you people of color. So,
well, wait a minute.
Agenda,
it's so funny that you said that. It's so funny that you said that. I'm about to piss my black women off. I'm sorry, ladies, but I love you so much. I want to bring this to your attention. Today, I seen this. Look, please stay with me, okay? Drop. I'm sorry. If I don't say this, I'll lose it. Today, I was watching on social media this little clip. Maybe some of y'all seen it. I saved it. I'll send it to the Wyatt Live Messenger group after I say this. What really burned my ass was this. The social media had this thing that said 5 most gorgeous black women in America. And I said, okay, I got to see this. And when I clicked it, it showed everybody but a black woman. To me, it showed Halle Berry. It showed Zendaya. It showed this one girl who was Hispanic. What's the girl name? What's the one girl name? She played in Lion or whatever that movie is. She's fairly thin, light skinned. She's really Hispanic and mixed with something else. But these other people are considered to be black American women. They ain't that ain't Sweet Pea. That ain't Shima. That ain't Tanika. That ain't where I'm from. These aren't black women to me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to be nasty or rude. I'm saying that black women now are being cast, and they doing it to black men too, bro. Listen, when I found out Snowfall, that dude was British, it fucked me all the way up. And hold on, when I found out, wait a minute, hold on. I know, but when I found out that Izu, what's his name, and from The Wire was British or from, it told me, I'm like, this motherfucker, I thought he was from Be More for real. I'm just saying, bro, they are excluding real black people in this country. They taking us up out of here. They taking us up out of here. And I'm upset because when they were trying, did some of y'all see that? Did y'all, look, you know what? While you here, I am going to burn this video and I'm going to send it right here. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it because I think it's important that y'all understand the point that I'm making. They didn't bring what's my lady name in Lion in Lion Queen Lion, whatever the movie was. My girl from Scandal. What's her name? Somebody y'all know her name. Dark skin.
Yeah, her name is kind of like Halle Berry name, but they switched it up.
What is? Let me find this shit.
Her Barry Halle, I forgot.
Nah, somebody gonna put it in here. She was the lead in Scandal. She played in this new movie that just came out on Netflix. And
you talking about Kerry Washington?
No. This is it's titled 6 Most Beautiful Black Women in America. They need to stop this. They need to stop it. I promise you. It was titled. Let me see if I can send. I'm gonna do this. I am going to send it over. It's a minute long. And I'm like, nah, they tripping. Viola Davis, thanks, Sierra. Viola Davis is beautiful to me. She should be on that list. I know she married and all of that, but she should be on that list. I'm sorry. Viola Davis is gorgeous to me. Y'all can say what you want to say, but I think she's gorgeous. But they don't have the women that I grew up with. What? Stop. Wait a minute, what you mean?
Nothing. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm being serious, bro. You know, like
you really asking the question why Viola Davis didn't make the list. Really?
Yeah.
Come on, why?
Yeah, because they got Jennifer Lopez. Come on, bro. These ain't black women, bro. What are you talking about?
Have you noticed the skin tone of all these so-called women of color?
That's my point. That's
why Viola ain't on the list.
Well, maybe so.
Women with Viola skin tone have never, ever been on any of those lists.
Right. But if you look at what the list looked like now, it's even worse, bro. Because at least they had, what was her name back in the day?
Halle Berry?
No.
Mariah Carey?
No. What's her name? Grace Jones. Remember they had Grace Jones on there? They used to say the Grace
Jones. Wait.
No. What's the girl name who was the model?
Really?
No.
You picked Grace Jones.
No. I said the name wrong. My bad, brother. What's the one lady name that used to be on? She used to be the model. Iman.
You can't name any.
I can name several sisters.
No. Come on. I'm talking about in reference to the list you're talking about. 5 most beautiful black women in America. No dark-skinned chocolate woman has ever been on that list.
Well, it's then got worse, bro. That's all I'm talking about. I'm saying that it goes both ways. You understand what I'm saying? It goes both ways.
It's Hollywood, Wyatt. Like I told you, it's Hollywood. Either. Hollywood promotes certain things. That doesn't mean that the other things don't exist or aren't good. It's just Hollywood chooses not to promote it. Period.
Well, but you know what? We don't have to depend on Hollywood right now. You see what I'm saying? That's what I've been trying to tell you.
2025, you don't.
No, we ain't had for years now. We haven't.
You can create your own show like Courtney. What's his name? Courtney Vant, the brother that did his own YouTube thing, made millions.
Yeah, I'm
Courtney
about to
something, and then the dude from To the Max, big dark skinned dude.
Yeah,
these dudes made money using their using their iPhones.
Yeah.
So again, Wyatt, you keep doing what you're doing. I think somebody else trying to call in.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who follow and support Wyatt Live, because it's voices like his that will fill the void of all these shows from the 90s that somehow Black community needs again.
Okay.
So you keep doing your thing, Wyatt. I'll holler at you, bro.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for engaging with us, Drop Squad 52 out of California. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a different day, but I don't know if we exercising it. I don't know if we doing the things that we need to do. I've always said it. I'm a self-sufficient guy. That's why a lot of people don't understand that independent thing that I talk about. I'm so independent, not just in politics, but as an individual. Whenever you hear me talking about something, when we started Wyatt Live, I've always been on the kick of what we can do. We can do what we want to do on our own. That's why when you heard me talk about Lincoln Heights yesterday, nothing was new about me saying what I said about Lincoln Heights. Year one of Wyatt Live, what was I saying? I even gave you a story about Deborah Say, who used to be the mayor of Lincoln Heights. She told me out her own mouth, bless her soul, it's hard for me to do anything in that community because we don't work together. That was from the mayor. When she was the mayor, she told me, she was like, and she raised me pretty much in the Boys and Girls Club. She ain't gonna lie to me. And I don't know anybody other than somebody that might have got into her out there, because, people don't like you because of your job. But as far as you doing something with malice in your heart towards them, Deborah Say never had malice towards anybody. So if you don't like her, it's probably some shit you did to her, and she just didn't give you the response, or she didn't give you what you wanted or something. But to be honest with you, for 4 years ago, I brought this situation up about Lincoln Heights is a perfect opportunity. And of course, you're going to have your people who are going to try to, tongue wrestle and be in combat of what I'm saying. I don't care about that. I'm the information. I'll put the information out there. It ain't up to me. I'll show you. I'll say it. I mean, I know how to get money into the community. You got GE right over there. It's a tax base. You're looking at so much federal funding that can go on over there. You just have the right people structure it. And instead of that, I mean, some people want to try to figure it out or try to make it seem like it's an impossible mission when it's truly not. It's funny how the Jews did it. It's funny how every other race has done it that have been minorities. It's funny that you're watching Mexicans move in there right now and they're on the path of doing it. That's funny to me, because when you say it when I bring it up, it's almost like I think I'm trying to be smarter than everybody or better than everybody. And that's not what it is. It's just that some people can give information and push it out there, and then some people going to tear it down. Just going to make it sound like it's unforeseeable. It's like the brother that called in. Who remember this a couple years ago? Y'all know I'm an elephant. I remember pretty much everything. Remember when the brother called in and was bitching and complaining about 3CDC and how 3CDC had all those properties downtown, and we were talking about how they were for rent. And I was like, well, why don't you go get you one? That's an opportunity. Build your book of business right there. They've sunk all that money into that building. Do you have $400,000 just on a build out? That's $1 million building down there. Do you have that kind of money? So he says, no, they ain't gonna let me get nothing down there. What? Okay, I tell you what, you're right. Show me the denial letter. Show me where they told you can't come in here. Well, nah, I don't have that. I know you don't. Well, they ain't gonna let me get no liquor license. If I can't get no liquor license, I ain't got no business in there. Okay, so now I know what I'm dealing with. I already knew what I was dealing with. Right here live on the air. He made his point of how he said what he said. Fame, I hear you. Fame said, you remember everything except the day you profess your love to Eminem, saying Umar was wrong. Umar Johnson was wrong about Eminem. He don't understand. Umar Johnson is atheist. You understand? He's atheist. That's what he is. So I'm going to leave it right there. So, I mean, unfortunately, success is a mind frame. That's what it is. People that want to be successful will be, to be successful, it's not just a want. Everybody want to be successful. Everybody want to be something, but it takes a level of work, right? I mean, I know that's basic. That's easy. No, it's not easy for everybody. It's easy for everybody to want something. It's easy for everybody to want to get there. It's easy for everybody to want to dream about it. But the hard part is where people are lacking the motivation, lacking the know-how. There's a lot of people, unfortunately, let me say this. This is really true. There's a lot of people that have the motivation to get up every day and be successful at what they want to do. The motivation for some people is not the problem. You know what the number one problem is? The recipe. The recipe. And that is the know-how to do it. You can get up every day and shine shoes and say, I'm going to open up a shoe repair store one day. You can shine shoes for 30 years and not save the money up to do it. You can save the money up to do it, but just not know how to do it. So it takes a level of, not just motivation. It takes a level of knowing. You have to know things. And when I hear people tearing down ideas and because they don't know how to do it, then you got to be careful what you say to people and how you say it. Because remember when Jay-Z told you about his uncle in the studio that day? His uncle used to rap and all this old shit. And his uncle told him, oh, man, you putting a lot of work into this shit, man. Come on back to the streets, man. You ain't going to sell no million records. He looked at his uncle and what did he say? He said, no, Unc, you couldn't sell 1 million records. I could sell 1 million records 1 million times. Put it in a song. Because his uncle was trying to sell him on getting back on down the streets, getting the money the way they knew how to get money. That's what his uncle knew how to do. But Jay-Z he put himself around people that knew how to do it a different way. And that's why he got Dame Dash in them. Like, hey, bro, look, we're not going to do that street shit no more. We're going to get his music thing 100%. If it don't work out, then go do what you need to do. That's fine. That's fair. He ran into somebody that knew how to get it a different way. I don't need people around me. I don't even need people watching the show that's going to tear down what could be. That can't happen. They can't do that. You can't do that. That's crazy. All right, well, you need to exit stage left. You don't even supposed to be. Why would you watch a program that somebody's been encouraging progression and moving and being self-sufficient? Why would you watch it if it's not willing you in to want to be that? I don't get it. I would never watch a show that's telling me something that, that I'm not interested in. That's probably why I don't watch the RuPaul shit with my own family. It don't do nothing for me. Just curious. Why would you do that? And, I've had plenty of situations where I've tried to do some things. Look, anybody know this sister name? She's in Cincinnati. I know I'm about to tear her name up because I'm very bad with names when it comes down to certain things. Anybody know Queen, J Queen, Ebony Queen J? Is that her name? Help me out. Put it in the screen. I know I'm about to tear her name up. Beautiful sister, got the school, the media school. You understand? I remember she started it a couple years ago. You know why I can relate to Ebony Queen Ebony J? She's a DJ, or was a DJ, I believe, at the radio station. You know why I can Ebony J? Thank you, Alethea. You know why I can relate to her? Because she's going through exactly what I went through. She's turning around trying to raise money. She done took $500,000 for her and her partner. This is a post. This is not something that I'm making up. She done took that type of money. I know how to, I've been there. I gave that type of situation. I gave my community that. I got the receipts. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. I could call people right now on the phone and it'll tell you. I know what she's going through right now. She can't get no money from the city, she's saying. All those people that like to take the pictures that come out with them photo ops, where are they now? She's trying to raise money to keep those kids in her program. I remember when she started. I remember all the faces that took the pictures. They act like they was involved. The community councils and the council members, everybody. I've been there. I done done all that old fraud shit. I done seen it all. None of them would come out and support what we was doing with them kids. They'll show up, but when you need co-op money or something like that, it ain't. Well, we'll get back with you. We got this going. And what's she saying on her post? Anybody seen that post yet? See, I'm trying to keep this shit. I'm not trying to keep. I don't want it to be negative, but I'm just repeating what was in her post. They're doing other things for other programs that ain't even been around this long, and I've been here and I'm doing this. Sis, I remember 2 years ago. I'm not putting no blast and nothing out there. 2 years ago, we were going back and forth. Like hey, what's happening? What you doing? Never got back at me. I knew where you were going, but see, in a situation like that, I'm the type of guy that you probably not gonna like, because I'm gonna let you know what you're in store for, because I've been there and done it, and I've seen it done to other people. Yeah, I know how this shit go. I know how generous, how her heart is. I know how she really wants to give back to them kids and to the community. But everybody that talk that shit ain't about that shit. And that's what she's running into. I promise you. I promise you. She's starting to find out right now. I hope she's watching this, or I hope she watches it, or she's watching now. She's starting to see right now what I've been saying for 5 years. I don't talk about it every day. But Ebony J, let me say this to you, Queen. Those kids will remember you. Some of those kids are going to come and go. Some of them kids that you invest in and that you give your heart to, and that you opening up your home, your program up to, and housing them and doing the things you're doing for these kids, they're going to come and go, but they'll always remember you. You'll be Miss Queen or Miss Ebony, whatever they call you. You'll be that until the day that you die. They will respect you and love you. Some of them going to end up in places that you just didn't want to see them be. And then some of them are going to go off and be great. I promise you. So don't worry about what you're going through right now. Just stick to what you're trying to do. It'll work itself out. I promise you that. It'll work itself out one way or the other. Take it from me. And I got the receipts to show you what I'm talking about. And it wasn't just a one-time situation. This is just people who are really putting the work in. She's really starting to see who really match what they talking and what they doing and what real leaders are. She really starting to see the fraud shit that go on in the areas. She really starting to see. Now, I'm proud of her because she put her own money up. Like she said in the post, no loans, no grants, no this. This is just my money. I've done this on my own. So I'm going to say this right here live on my program. Go to her page. If you can donate $5 or $10, do it. I don't think, quite frankly, that it's a bad investment. It's an investment in the kids. It's an investment into her program, and you're giving back to those kids. She's trying to raise, I think, $50,000 or something like that. She needed 10 kids sponsored to be able to stay in the school. I believe that's what the number was. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. But I remember when buildings were being shut down and kids were being kicked out of buildings. I remember those days, and I remember who stepped up, and I remember how those things were taken care of. And you know what? I'm the bad guy. So, Queen, stick with what you're doing. You're going to be the good guy and you're going to be the bad guy. You're probably going to be the bad guy more often now that you're starting to see these circles aren't as solid as you think they were. And I knew it. That's why I didn't pursue the situation. Some lessons need to be taught to people from experience versus being taught to you just verbally. You understand? The best lesson is the one that you go through. That's the best lesson in the world. It costs the most, but it's the best lesson. Okay, thank you, TD. She said 25,000. Sorry, like I said, my numbers may have been off. Get her up to 50 though. If she needs 25, she can use 50. See what I'm saying? And my thing is this. You can always tell the real ones, because when the real ones start talking, they saying different shit. Excuse my language. They saying different things. They're saying things now that you just didn't think they were going through. You thought it was peaches and cream. You thought that she had everything she needed because the support was there. Y'all will be surprised how many people out here perping on that I got your back shit. We got you. We got you. No, the fuck you don't. Stop. No, you don't. Alethea said, I'm sorry, I didn't. Tracy said, Norwood is not Cincinnati. It's okay. It's okay. The building is in Norwood. Come on, man. Listen, do you really think that people, well, if that's the case, what was they jumping in the pictures for, T? You see what I'm saying? If you can't help, then why are you in my pictures of these programs for the black kids? Why are you up here, clout chasing in my pictures of the success of the movement of this, but yet you can't do nothing for me? What are you doing here? See, I didn't seen this before. Y'all didn't heard me talk about this a few times. I've seen it a million times. And I mean, it's real. I mean, the fake love is real. And my thing is this, even though you might not be in the Cincinnati area or whatever, keep in mind that there's grants, there's things of that nature that these people can guide you to. You don't have to be in a certain county or a certain district in order to qualify for some of these, some of these nonprofit organizational grants. That's all. Let me go to the phone lines real fast before I get out of here. We're at the top of the hour. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, man, this is CK, brother.
Is who? I'm sorry, I missed.
This is CK. This is CK.
Oh, hey, what's up, CK? I'm sorry I didn't catch your voice, bro.
Praise the Lord, man. I'm listening to your episode today, and it's freaking phenomenal, Wyatt.
Well, thank you, man. You sound a little different. You okay?
A little nervous.
Oh, come on. Not you, bro. Come on now.
Yes.
I got you. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hold on 1 second for me, CK, before you go into it. Tracy said, we're talking about why she's not funded. Then the people that can't fund her now should have never been in the pictures. That's who I'm talking about. They should have never been around and was trying to clout chase and be at these functions and stood behind her like they had her back. That's all I'm saying to you. There's ways of getting you. Look, I give to kids that are not in my district. They don't live in my area. Here's the other thing. CK, I promise I'm going to give you the floor. Give me 1 second. Here's the other thing. They're building $100 million rec center downtown, but they didn't move all the kids out. All them kids in the suburbs now are, Forest Park, all these different areas now. Where was that $100 million rec center? Even Golden Gloves is leaving from downtown and over the Rhine. Do you really think there's enough kids that look like us in over the Rhine that can facilitate a $100 million new project? Or could it be that the new residents that are moving in will one day see that as some type of country club of some sort? I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question because I've seen this done before. Now, if they was building it out at Roll Hill, out in the Fay, and people were still stationary, they were still there, that would be a different argument. You wouldn't hear a word from me. But downtown is not like it used to be. And you got 3CDC down there building or, involved in a project with the city, $100 million project down there for where we don't, there's a few of us. There's a few. But do you really think, think about that. Isn't it like 20 years late? Now, that's not me, I'm not shooting shout. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to city council or anything like that. That's not what it is. I'm asking, where was this 20 years ago? Boys and Girls Club been gone. Boys and Girls Club has been gone for 20 years. And that was a United Way situation. Y'all remember that? That LeBlanc Boys and Girls Club down on Logan Street has been gone over 20 years. I was on the board of the Boys and Girls Club in Ohio, in Cincinnati. I wanted to make a donation. They put me on the board. I wanted to donate money to the LeBlanc Boys and Girls Club because it was LeBlanc Boys and Girls Club that was there for me. They said, well, you can come on and get on the board. It would be a good story and this and this and that. I said, no, I don't want to be on TV. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to be able to give back to who was there for me when I was staying till 9 o'clock at night. The Boys and Girls Club kept me off the streets till 9 o'clock at night. When I left, me and my partner Sean would leave the Boys and Girls Club at 9 o'clock and we would walk home together every night. That place has been gone for 20, 25 years. Now all the kids, how many kids, is there enough kids in the over the Rhine area now for 100 million? Come on, man, stop playing with me. Y'all know that they building the stadium, they building all that upkeep stuff. They don't have family-friendly restaurants downtown and over the Rhine. Those aren't family-oriented restaurants. These are bar-like district-type restaurants. Downtown is now becoming a district. We've had this conversation before. My bad. Let me go back to my main man, CK. I apologize, CK. CK, what's good, man? Finish us up.
It got real. It got real. I know what you're talking about, though. But I'm talking about that, you know what I'm saying? That the cop, they said a cop was murdered.
Yeah.
Now, that was very tragic about the son being murdered by the police. You remember that?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about right there. You have to be very delicate in these situations, Mr. Wyatt, because we're dealing with loss of life, young life, sir.
Yeah, I agree. I think I was very sensitive to the situation yesterday. I haven't talked about it at all today.
Yeah, oh my God, it hurts so bad, don't it?
Oh, I think it's tragic. I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible all the way around, from the young man getting shot to the father doing what he did to the family of the police officer. I mean, I think it's it's horrible from A to Z.
So, what are they saying? They saying the father is guilty of the charges, or
well, I don't know.
I mean, what are they saying? I mean, what did they say? What is these accusations?
To be honest with you, CK, I listened to the second bond hearing, and I don't know if Clyde posed to the court. I don't know if he said not guilty. I don't know if he claimed not guilty. He didn't give I think what he's doing, to be honest with you, is waiting till an indictment, because he's going to get indicted. Okay. So I think with
Oh,
Clyde,
you say he is going to get indicted?
yeah, there's definitely going to be an indictment. Okay,
But they got him in the other county, right?
They
How they
what?
going to indict him in another county?
No, they're just holding him in another county. The charges are in
Oh,
Hamilton County. They're just holding him. I'm pretty sure they're holding him for safety reasons in Claremont County.
no, there you go. What? Now that's ridiculous. Did you just hear what you said? For safety reasons.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, Mr. Wyatt.
Well,
how is Kenton County any safer than Hamilton County? So please explain.
It's Claremont County, not Kenton. Kenton is, I believe, over in Kentucky, but I think
But
it's.
Thank you. That's a whole nother country, sir.
No, bro. You hear what you just said?
Thank you. That's a whole nother country. Keep them over here in Hamilton. If the crime happened in Hamilton County, you keep it here, sir. Why? What are you talking about safety?
Okay.
Please explain. How is his life in danger over here?
CK, can you back up off the phone just a little bit, because it's really distorted a little bit.
Sorry.
That's all right.
That's it.
Say that again, bro.
How can you keep the man safer in that county than Hamilton County? It's the same thing, sir.
Well,
that's ridiculous.
Maybe Hamilton County, and I'm just going to give a couple of different scenarios. Okay, it don't mean that this is what it is. It's just the possibilities of what it could be. Number one, Hamilton County could be overcrowded. It's been known to be overcrowded. Okay.
Okay.
And the other thing is maybe their PC in Claremont County is a little bit more suitable than Hamilton County's PC, and PC is protective custody. You see what I'm saying?
No, sir. When you remove the inmate, you gain suspicion, Mr. Wyatt. Now we're worried that you're trying to torture or end. You see what I mean?
I hear you. I don't quite understand it, but I hear what you're saying, but I don't
No,
quite get
you
your
must
point.
understand, as a black man accused of the crime he's accused of, you don't want to take the natural route. We need the natural. Natural is Hamilton County. Now you declassifying him when you move him to Kenton County.
Okay,
That's a whole nother. What you say,
County,
Kentucky? A whole nother country?
He's not in Kentucky, bro. He's in Claremont County, which is up north, Ohio.
Oh, it's still this state.
Yes, it's
the
Ohio.
Buckeye State. Okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to explain to you that they didn't move him out of the state. They moved him up to a different county because there could be several different reasons. It could be because of safety reasons. It could be because of the protective custody situation is better up there for him. It could be that the overcrowdedness of Hamilton County could play a part in that as well. It could be, to be honest with you, and this is very unlikely, but it could be a situation where maybe the person that he killed has family in that jail as well. I mean, it's very unlikely. It was a cop.
It doesn't matter if it's family there. They are professionals. They are sworn to take an oath of civilianly.
Yeah, those oaths don't always work out, though. All right, and I mean, what starts a certain way don't always end up a certain way. And I'm not here to prosecute them or anything.
You don't abuse the system like that. I'm just saying you must go by the law.
So you're suggesting you keep saying it's out of the country, bro. You're frustrating me a little bit, CK. He's not being put out of the country.
I'm in the county. Right. I'm sorry.
That's okay. All I'm saying to you is I don't see a problem with them moving. I think it's probably now some would disagree with me because, to be honest with you, Claremont County has a reputation. All right, it's the good old boy area. But at the same time, there must be, look, I would think that his lawyer, Clyde Bennett, who's pretty good at this type of stuff.
The best lawyer since the late, great, know what I'm talking about, Johnny Cochran.
That's your opinion.
You remember Johnny Cochran?
Yeah, that's your opinion. I get it. But I think if
Clyde felt... have you seen him in court before?
Yeah. But
what I'm saying... how good he is. I mean, well, you know what I mean. I might put a little bit on it, but he's a good lawyer. Put it like that.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that he's not at all. I'm just trying to say, make my point about why I think that Clyde would be okay with him being transported. And I don't know. He didn't fight it. He didn't maneuver around that. He didn't try to keep it from happening. But I think that he's okay with it. mainly because maybe they have a psych unit up there that's going to be better for this young man, for this guy. You know, there's a whole lot of different factors that can play. It could be strategic from the defense. Okay, let's move him up there. We don't feel safe. This could be an ask from the defense more so than what the county is trying to do. I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
Right. You said we have no facts. But
I don't know.
Let me warn you about. I need to warn you about crimes of passion, sir, because you know sometimes we react too quick. It's like if you come home and catch your wife in the bed with another man.
Okay.
Calm down, Wyatt. Don't just go get the gun and load it up and start shooting.
Are you like you writing a script for what's going on in my crib? Are you predicting this
No,
to
I'm
happen?
not to you. I'm talking about me.
You told me to
This is
calm
my life.
down, Wyatt. I'm shooting up some shit if I come home to that.
No, don't do that. I know. I'm just saying, if it was me, I'm not using you as an example because I'm divorced, so you need to use a divorcee, not a happy married couple. So use me as the example. If I come home and catch my wife in the bed with another man, settle down, young man. Don't just load up the firearm and start to busting all in the room. You're going to go to the penitentiary, Mr. Wyatt.
Yeah, probably so. CK, let me ask you something though. Quick question, man. And I mean this sincerely. I mean it's coming from the heart because I ain't got nothing but no, and I mean it because I ain't got nothing but love for you, bro. But are you sneaking this phone call in, bro? Like, are you somewhere where you kind of in the cut, like back here trying to sneak this call in and don't want nobody to see? It sounds so muffled that it sounds like you're not even supposed to be on the phone. See that? See, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. Can I be honest?
Yeah, please do.
My phone is not an Obama phone.
It sounds like it.
It's before Obama.
Oh shit! What you got? A rotary phone over there, bro?
I got one of them Bush.
Okay.
The Bush.
You calling
Bush
from the
11s.
crib? You got one of them phones on the wall in the kitchen where the cord is about 32 feet long, don't you? And you can go all the way around the house in it.
But I'm saying for therapeutic reasons, people watch your platform. You see what I mean? Then you have certain people like myself, mentally ill, that have to call in every day because, Wyatt giving free therapy sessions.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
let me ask you something, CK. Why do I think that you are really my man Kerry on the Are you Kerry, bro, that do the podcast on boxing? Is that you? CK, I'm telling you, bro, y'all the same. Y'all sound. Is anybody else know who I'm talking about? Fame Rothstein probably know who I'm talking about. But bro, you got a podcast that you do in boxing?
Man, come on,
Spit
man.
Bucket.
Why you giving up all it? Don't give up all it. Yeah, man.
It's Spit Bucket. Is that you?
They gonna clip it, man.
Bro, is that you? Be honest with me. Spit, because that mean you've been on here trolling me for years and shit, bro. Be honest.
What? On some hating shit?
No, not hating, but you've been trolling. Like, is that you? That got Spit
if they was
Bucket.
hating, you know that wasn't me. I don't be hating on you.
No, bro, it ain't no hate at all. I'm just saying, like, look, bro, I've always said that you have a level of intelligence that's just, that some just can't comprehend and can't catch up to. You stay ahead of the game. You frames ahead of us sometimes, ahead. But I'm just saying, like,
you understand where I'm coming from.
You never answer my question.
Listen, though,
no. I can't hear you until you answer my question, bro. Is that you that's doing Spit Bucket boxing? Because you in the boxing game, you love boxing. You talk about it all the time. You can't come on this show and not say anything about a fight if a fight is coming up. Is that you, Kerry, that is doing Spit Bucket?
Come on, man. Listen.
Yes or no, bro? I just need to know.
To protect the innocent, I can't answer that. Please,
bro. If you've been on here trolling me
this is hard
for 3 years, bro, that's fucked up. That's
bro. Oh my God. Let me. Hold on.
Is that you for real?
All right. Well, let me explain. Listen.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I need your platform to get to where I need to be. You got to understand.
Bro, dude got thousands, hundreds of thousands of viewers, bro. What are you talking about? You don't know how that means, but
you said what?
Y'all got thousands of viewers over there. What are you talking about?
But I'm talking about you have the qualifications.
Oh,
you know
come
what
on.
I mean? Like,
hey, bro, don't bullshit
if you had
me.
Shannon Sharp,
nah,
if you had that kind of
bro, don't bullshit me, man. CK, is that you for real, bro, on Spit Bucket? Is this Kerry that I'm talking to? Oh, bro, you've been trolling me for 3 years, bro. You've been playing crazy. I knew you wasn't crazy. I knew. Go to Wyatt Live Messenger group, family, and watch. I put it in the messenger group. If Frame Rothstein is here, he'll know what I'm talking about. I put it in the Wyatt Live messenger group. Bro, you've been trolling me for 3 years on this type shit.
I don't do that, man.
Huh?
It wasn't me, man. It wasn't me.
Issue. All right.
No, it ain't.
I still like you. I still got love for you, bro. I just, and I support your platform. It's just crazy that you did that.
Right? I mean, you ain't, I mean, y'all get it wrong every time when y'all think y'all done cracked the code. He said, I'm in a damn insane home with a Chinese nurse. Now you telling me I'm Kerry Washington. What the hell going on in the world today?
I didn't say you were Kerry Washington.
Same thing, and you still was wrong. I ain't no Kerry.
But
man.
I just asked you, and you couldn't give me an answer. So now I gotta go.
You had to troll the public. Who was them people that commented?
Say it again, bro. You got to back up off your phone, man, or put a charge on your phone or something. This shit is sounding crazy.
My bad, man. Hey, I'm gonna let you go, man.
Okay.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? You gonna have me mad? You know what? If you not Kerry, you about to mess up my whole relationship with that brother, because I'm about to troll his ass like something crazy when I get on this platform. I'm about to start going on, and I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna watch, and I'm about to go be a whole nother person over there. I don't own any platforms that don't have my name on it, but I'm gonna create some shit tonight. So you best believe that if you hear some crazy shit or some crazy dude calling that platform, it is me. And I'm letting you know now that I'm trolling. Watch.
It's on.
All right, bro. You about to have me messed up.
Thank you, man.
All right, man.
I'll
talk to you. All right, man. Thanks for engaging, CK. CK been trolling me, y'all. He don't talk. He sounds just like that. He talks just like that, but he got a lot of damn sense. But when he doing his thing, he's pretty I don't know how to say it without, because I just think he trolling. I think he come over here and say crazy shit and then make it make sense. And I think he confuses you on purpose, and then he tries to. You ever seen somebody create a problem so they can fix it, and then they look like the hero? That's some CK type shit right there. That's what he do. He came in, he talked crazy for a minute, and then he come back and rebound his own mess, and he throw the layup in, and then he look like a hero because he hit the game-winning shot. CK, I'm on to you. Your name is Kerry. Go to Wyatt Live Messenger group. I sent it a day or two ago, and I was like, I found CK. I found CK. This is CK. And it's a dude I've been knowing for years. We both in the boxing. When I travel in my industry of boxing, when I'm in Vegas, he's in Vegas. He does a podcast. And I'm like, he sounds just like CK. When I'm doing shows, this guy is interviewing stars, big people in the industry. And CK always reaches out to me when it's fight time. Big names. He know that I know Tank. Tank and I are pretty cool. He know he'll reach out. Him, Fight Hype, they all reach out. I'm on to you, CK. The next time you call, it's gonna be different. The next time you call, CK, it's gonna be different from now on. Not in a bad way, but you're not gonna get me with that anymore. Let me do this before I go to the phone lines for my final call. I want to show y'all that clip that I was talking about when they said, I think it was the five most black women, most beautiful black women. Do y'all agree with this? All right, I know I'm about to do something I probably shouldn't do here, but let me know if you agree with this. Check it out. Okay, I don't believe there was any sound because I don't think the sound came over. But I'm just trying to here, let me see if I can get the comments back. Okay, comments back up. I got a problem with that. I got a slight problem with that. I don't know who put this list out. It's probably not some official list, but that's the same type of stuff that we're going through as black men. When you got what's his name? Malik, what's his name? Zuba, what's his name? The guy who played in The Wire. These aren't even American brothers, man. We're not getting them jobs. You got a dude from another country playing a inner city dude. Now some of y'all might not agree with my list. Maybe I'll form my own list of Malik Yoba. Maybe I'll form my own list of what I think 6 beautiful black women should look like, or what it should look like, what the list should look like. Maybe I'll form my own. And I'm not hating on Halle Berry. I'm not trying to hate on Halle Berry. I think she's beautiful. But I just think that there's, you missing, to me, quite frankly. I think what we're missing here is the bigger picture of how we're being moved out of the way, and other people are coming in this class and being called black when they're not really. I don't think you have to be 100% black, but it sure does take a lot. Like, if they saying DEI, if you want to live by DEI and you think DEI means you and you gonna fight for DEI, can y'all hear me? Whoa, wait a minute. Let me see if I'm. Can y'all hear me? Have I been off this whole time? Could y'all hear me, or was I on mute? Tanika says sound. Are we good? Could y'all hear me? Sound is okay? Was it okay when I was talking about the list is wrong? All I'm saying to you is this. This is what I'm talking about when it comes. Thank you. Said I'm good. You're going to let people infiltrate what's really been fought for in this country for us. Thank you, guys. It's like the LGBTQ community. What's all them other alphabets? Didn't I say this about 3 years ago when we were here? I was like, nah, man, I got some people that I know that are gay, and they don't believe in a lot of the things that have been attached to their the LG, you know what I'm saying? The lesbian and gays, and they don't believe in a lot of the stuff that's been attached to them. But now other people who were not at the beginning of their fight are benefiting for their work that they put in. Y'all as black, us, we don't feel a certain way. You don't feel a certain way when white women benefit from DEI, but yet we're the face of DEI. You don't feel like, you don't feel funny about that? You don't see that same play coming here where they're getting credit for being black, but ain't had to go through what black people went through? I guess it's just me. Oh, Tanika says, sorry, Wyatt, that was on my end. Did you log out and come back in? Maybe that was it. I don't know. Okay, Tanika, thank you. I see the beginning of the problem. I mean, I seen it 3 years ago. I seen it. I mean, it's starting to come in. So when people say it's okay because they're mixed, yeah, but when you say 6 most beautiful black women in America, I can't go when you talking about Jennifer Lopez. Because guess what? They can't say 6 most beautiful Latino or Latin women in America, and they show you and I, or you. They ain't gonna show you, Crystal. They're not gonna show you. That's a category of their own. That's a category of their own. So if they say 6 most beautiful Indian women in America, are they gonna show you Tanika? No, they're not. They're gonna show 6 Indian women, not mixed with German, not mixed with black. That's my opinion. Now, maybe Kamala Harris might get in that mix because it might fit into some certain things that they were selling before. But to be honest with you, a few years ago, never. I guess I'm on this island on my own. When it come down to you telling me 6 most beautiful black women in America, nah. I'm not suggesting that Halle Berry and them ain't fine. But my wife is a black woman. Yeah, I mean, she's a black woman. Crystal, Tanika, LaDonna, Alethea. When I see black women, when I hear black women, I hear y'all. I mean, stroke me if you want to, call me a fool if you want to. But don't tell me 6 beautiful black women in America, and you ain't showing me Regina King. You ain't showing me, you know what I'm saying, Kerry Washington. You know, it doesn't fit. But it is fitting into the agenda that they want it to fit into. Let me go to the phone lines. I believe this could be the last call of the day. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What's up, Wyatt?
Hey, what's up, twin? How you doing, man? Perfect person to close us out today. What's up?
I can't call it player. Yeah, man, I was looking for Regina King or what's the other name played in
Mama
Power.
Birch. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, look, I thought Regina King or one of them would be on there. Tahaji J. Pete Henson, whatever man. I thought one of them would be on the list or something like that.
Do you think Jennifer Lopez should be on there?
Hell to the no.
I mean, she's a beautiful woman, but I don't think that she's.
I don't care what beauty. I'm talking about. What was that list for? Great actors or something?
No, that was beautiful. The 6 most beautiful black women in America, they said.
And
this is no official list, but if that's what you hold on, twin, let me say this. Just to give them a benefit of the doubt. It's not an official list, but when you're using the platforms of social media to push out certain narratives or push out ideas or push out, it's like the little girl that don't want, and I don't mean this in a nasty way. This is how we were raised. The little girl that go to the Johnny toy store and she don't want a black baby doll because she don't see black baby dolls on TV. That was a psychological thing back in the day where black girls were carrying white doll babies. They didn't even make black baby dolls.
Right. Exactly. That's like they pushed that Rosa Parks and everything because she was, I guess, looked good. So it was the real Carly Colvin that really, sat on the back of the bus. So they said, oh, give us Rosa Parks. She looked better than her. Okay. So they don't tell the real history on that. Okay. So if you want to tell a history about black people and all, tell the real history. You wonder why they want to tear down these museums because y'all are fraud, man. Just like I listened to that lady, Shazara Ali, whatever. She's a fraud, man.
What?
She pump faking counterfeit. Come on, man. Hey. What's that real gangster in Cincinnati? She was taking the girls down there from your way.
I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about. She came on Lincoln. She sold a book. She used to be a dope pusher.
I don't know. How you gonna have me on here spitting out names on a program?
Well, anyway, you can go on there.
Dope girl.
I forgot her name,
dope.
Man.
She got O's for sale and all that. You gonna need to spit a name out? Her name. I ain't saying her name, bro.
You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you can go on Amazon and get her books and all that, but you can't order her books straight off Amazon. She's a fraud, man.
Somebody put it in the screen so you would know. I just didn't want to say it, but it's Lisa Huff.
I know. It's understand. Just stand on it. But look, check this out. And then you talking about don't nobody donate. Churches don't donate for scholarships. Well, she made that up, man. Sororities do it. Twin did it. the churches I went to did, I donated, man.
Okay.
And then they, man, that's just, man, people ain't real out here. You wonder why we can't get along. There's a lot of people, man, from my city in Milwaukee, man.
But there's a
That's
lot of
up.
perping going on, Twin. There's a lot
I
of
already,
perping.
I already
And so
see
you
that,
can,
man.
you know,
That's why I don't, I don't mess with people like that. I mess with real people, man. That keep it real, man. All that crazy, man. I don't get into that. But man, there's a lot of people, man. Shout out to my people in the city in Milwaukee, man, that's behind this case. They set up a GoFundMe, but people block it, right? It's for Rodney Hinton.
okay. The father.
Somebody blocked it, whatever. But a lot of people out of Chicago and Milwaukee, you know, dig into what his case was, and they wanted your input and people advice on it. And they got a lot of answers like, hey, I don't care how y'all put it. If you ain't out, if you ain't in your state of mind, you go act a donkey out here. You go crash out. So they saying right is right, wrong is wrong. But hey, that goes for anything. Why? If you was in a gang or mob anything, why? I'm gonna tell you like this, playing in the streets. If I can't touch you, why? Somebody in your family or in your circle go feel me, regardless of the situation. Somebody go get touched down. So that's how dude played.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. I'm not trying to hear that. I seen a video. I ain't seen my gun. My son raised the gun or no whatever. Who pointed at the police off. I don't care. Everybody getting it out here. And he wasn't thinking about if it's a white police, black police off, or whatever. Maybe he was, maybe he won't. But from the looks of it, you're a police. You got that badge on. You getting it too. So that's so you never know, man. He bogus. He did. You never know what a person might do, man. Why you might smile the mob, but somebody go come over there and kick that dog or his wife or something like that. Hell yeah, you go crash out.
Okay. Are we
Yeah,
sure? Are we sure that the reason why?
Wyatt,
Wait a minute. Hold on, bro.
come on, man.
You didn't even
Face reality.
Wait a minute.
He
Hold
saw
on.
the
Hold on.
video.
Hold on.
Once he saw that damn video, he crashed out.
Wait a minute, Twin. You don't even know what I was gonna ask you, brother. Just
Go, player.
give it a couple ticks, man. Listen, are you sure the reason why they shut the GoFundMe down is because of what reason did you say?
They shut it down because of him. It was a GoFundMe page, man.
Right.
They shut it down.
Okay, but do you know
Somebody said it. They set it up. GoFundMe. They I don't know if social media or police shut it down. Somebody.
Okay, so we're basically saying that the reason why they shut down the GoFundMe is because he killed a police officer.
Probably so. It was a GoFundMe page set up.
Okay, so why are you angry that the GoFundMe page was shut down?
I'm not angry about that.
That's what you just. I thought you was angry because they.
I'm not. No, I'm not angry about that. I said people was getting their input from Chicago. The comedian, the guys I know.
Oh, maybe I just heard you wrong. I thought that you said something about they shut the
No, I'm not mad. No, I said I was just telling you, people in Chicago had a GoFundMe page and they shut it down. I wasn't mad about that.
Okay, here's.
I'm saying people mad. People mad because they saying that that's wrong and all that. But you never know if you ain't in that position or whatever. That state of mind is like, hey, man, you don't know when you get there. You just can't, just go off somebody, just judge somebody. You don't know what that man going through. And then, like I heard earlier on the radio station, Carl Bennett should have shut the hell up. You talk too much.
What?
Let the system. Yeah, I said it.
No. I'm asking, what did he say?
He was just running his mouth. Something.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean he was on the radio?
Yes, and he just talk, man. You talking too much.
I didn't know that.
Let the system play their part, man.
I don't look.
You're a lawyer, understand that?
Yeah,
you talk too damn much.
Clyde is very polished when it comes down to certain things. I'm not.
Man, I understand that,
I'm
but
just saying that I don't think that
if I was a prosecutor, I'll take notes. Oh, he doing what? He doing this?
I can guarantee you this without even listening. I, quite frankly, don't think that Clyde went on there and said anything that's gonna put his client in harm's way. That's just my opinion. I've watched Clyde.
I ain't got to put him in harm's way. Some things that shouldn't be talked about, man.
Like what? What
Should
did
have
he?
left it
I'm
alone.
curious. What did he say that wasn't right?
You go do the replay on the UFC,
Okay,
Philly.
okay, I will. I'll try to look
Yo,
into
go
that.
be a
I'm just curious.
prosecutor, lawyer to it.
No, I'm just curious because I find it to be interesting. You said
And
some
then,
other people
let
were
me tell
saying
you
that
this.
too.
Let me tell you
Hold on,
this,
twin.
man.
You did say that some other people were saying that. Were they doing it in the chat or talking on the phone and said it? You said that he says too much.
He said on the radio was talking too much.
Okay.
Certain things he should have never said.
Okay.
I'd have kept it quiet. And then let me tell you something like this. When Ray Tinsley killed Sam, man, they showed them move him. They gave him a bomb about a couple of days, a day or two. They showed him, put him in, moved him to no Claremont County and none of that. See, they play us cock, man.
Well,
and
wait a minute now.
And
if
let
I'm
me
not
tell
mistaken, hold on. Let me answer that. If I'm not mistaken, I think he made bond.
Oh, he made bond?
Yeah, it was $1 million.
What? It was 2 days, right?
No.
I think it was a day.
No,
he didn't make bond the same day.
Yeah, he made bond within 24 hours.
Okay, it's not the same day, 24 hours, man. They say you ain't getting no bond. They say you ain't getting no bond to 72 hours. For 72 hours, that's what they told old boy. Then you got arraignment coming up next week. Said they go be which he already go be indicted. He's gonna be indicted. Well, I like this. Play like the Yankees do, man. Play insanity. They get off like that a lesser time. But you against them rednecks and they showed their true colors coming out 100 deep. When they say 100 men versus one gorilla, this is one of the definitions of it.
Okay.
It's crazy, man. It is, man. And let me tell you this, man. When you affiliate with the law enforcement, it's gang. If we can't touch down, you, God forbid, we got people over there in Claremont if we can really want to get down on them. I got cousins work at that jail too. I got people in Hamilton working. That's how it is, man. If they want to get them, man, they'll get them.
Well, they
move them out there in Claremont County. Right. That don't mean nothing, man.
Well,
when you part of brotherhood law enforcement gang, it's a message can be sent, man.
Well,
I ain't saying nothing should happen to her, pray not. But when you down like that, man, you can be touched. So move them out of Claremont County. What's that solve?
Okay.
To keep the confusion down and no visit and all that. That ain't nothing, man.
What you mean no visit? You mean from his family?
I mean, what? Regardless. No visit or something?
No. Bro.
Too much confusion or something like that?
Claremont County is 20 minutes from Cincinnati. It's closer than Dayton, Ohio. So it's not that far. I mean, I'm registered. I do business in Claremont County when I'm in Ohio.
Okay, what's the purpose of moving out there, Wyatt? You still go get the damn same treatment. Police officer.
No, I'll be honest with you. I don't think Clyde objected to him going to Claremont County. I think Clyde knows what he's doing when it comes to that. I think there's something out there that's playing to the defenses. I think they have the leverage in that move. I'm just speaking.
You still go get the same place.
No.
They in a brotherhood together. And you killed a white man too?
Okay, hold on.
Man,
hold on. You're right. Okay, let me just say this. You're right. There is a brotherhood when it comes to police officers. There is a brotherhood in that unit of sheriffs and things of that nature. You're right. The same thing that can happen to you in Claremont County or in Hamilton County can happen to you in Claremont County. I think that the move is a little bit different. They tend to do that because of, you don't want to put a high profile person in a locked up situation in the same county that it happened in for a whole lot of different reasons. There's too many people in a housing unit at a local jail that could do some things to this young man. Not just the police. There's too much high profile going on. I think that could be one reason. The other reason could be PC is a little bit better out in Claremont County. Maybe it's overcrowded in Hamilton. I don't know the reason. I just want to give you some different options to think about, maybe, other than, that they're sending him out there so they can do something to him. You can get done in anywhere. You and I both know that. So to send him out there and then do something to him is putting writing on the wall. I just don't think that's the move, to be honest with you. I think Clyde knows what he's doing.
Man, let me feel comfortable. Put me on the deck with my guys, man. I feel comfortable. Put me on the deck with my guys I know.
I can tell you right now, this guy,
this brother is not. I don't need no protective custody.
Well, you might not need protective custody, but this guy, until now, he's not a criminal. and he's really not a criminal until he's until he's convicted. But technically, he's being held in a jail under criminal charges, and he's going to be dealt with like a criminal at this point, right? But at the same time, he hasn't been a criminal up until this point, so he don't have jail experience. This brother don't have all that. He needs to be in protective custody. He needs to be around. To be honest with you, there is an advantage of him being in Hamilton County because he might be affiliated to some people in the Justice Center. I don't know, but I don't know if that's good for him. I don't know. So I'd have to. There's a reason why they sent him to Claremont County, bro, and I'm sure it's on a PC level. I'm pretty sure of that.
I understand that. Then I listened to it yesterday or day before when the chief got on. That lady just lied, man. And people feel comfortable with that. Just lie. And I've seen the video 3 or 4 times, man. Not one time that man pointed that gun at that officer.
You know what I noticed about the video that I don't know a lot of people are saying, and I don't know if people paid attention to it. Sometimes, and I think we've talked about this on the show. Look, I watch videos just like everyone else, but I tend to listen to videos more so than I watch them because the language, what people are saying kind of dictates the action. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so I can watch a video and get one thing out of it, but I can also listen to a video and get another thing out of it. And
when he ran in that thing, you saying he had a gun? He pointed the gun.
Twin, I don't know how you got that out of what I was saying, but no, I'm not saying that he actually had a gun. But listening to the video, I heard the police officers yell, "Gun, gun, gun." And when you hear something like that as a police officer, whether he had a gun,
that means it's pointed out.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's pointed at somebody. That could mean you could be running away with your back turned or whatever. I'm not trying to set the scene. I'm just saying you could actually have a gun. Same thing happened to the little Latino boy in Chicago a couple years ago in the alley where he was running from the police and he got to a dead end alley and was trying to hop over the fence. And they said, "Gun, he got a gun." And they shot him, right? Because he did have a gun. But the announcement of gun is what make those guys really turn to red. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I seen. That's what I heard in the video. I heard a cop say, "Gun, gun, gun. He's got a gun." Okay. And that's when, the turn up happens from the squeezing the trigger from the police. I'm just being honest. That's what I hear. Okay. I don't have to see the video to know the actions of the cop, why they shot, because I know that a cop made the announcement. He has a gun, 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 gun. And that's going to make the other cops turn up. All right.
Man, when I used to hear that though back in the day, real talk, when I used to hear that, and I can tell you some stories, but when I used to hear, man, get down. When they used to say that, gun, get out, that means get down, man. Because they about to air your little ass out.
Yeah, and let's
as gang, they about to shoot right back at you. That's why he used to holler it out, Wyatt.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that was my first thing when I saw the video. I say, what a gun at? Where you pointing the gun at? Because back then, Wyatt, in the 90s, coming up 2000, that's what, shooting at the police and everything. And they holler gun, 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 and all that.
And you know what, Twin? I want the audience to hear what you're saying, but I want to say this. There's a strong possibility, and I don't know this for certain. There's a strong possibility that the officer that actually shot this young man was not the one that made the announcement he has a gun. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you have an officer on the right of you who makes the announcement, he has a gun, he has a gun, 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 he has a gun. And then he comes around. The officer, he's listening to the other guy. And that is where he may have, and I'm not trying to set it up like that's what happened. I'm saying it's a possibility that the officer that shot is not the officer who actually seen the gun pointed. It could be the announcement of gun. And then when he seen the suspect, he fired at the suspect, anticipating that he had a gun. My thing is the officer this is why I'm saying this, folks, so y'all understand where I'm coming from. You can't just blame, if this is the case, you can't just blame the one officer. You got to put all the officers involved who may have made that announcement. I guarantee you, Clyde Bennett is on this shit like that. Clyde Bennett is on it. He's listening to the video. This is what you're trained to do. You're trained to listen to the environment, what's going on. Train to listen, because it ain't always what you see that causes the action that's been taken. Sometimes it's what's being said, and I do that. I know, but just listen, because there's some things that could come up in this case where an officer made that judgment call and it made another officer shoot. So there could be some other officers involved here that'll be, pulled into this case. If, maybe there's not just one officer under investigation. That's the easiest way for me to say that, if that makes sense to people. You see what I'm saying? Because
I gotta, applaud his mama though, coming on the show for a minute.
I don't think that's what she
called
like
at the end yesterday, but
I don't like stuff like that. I think it's way too premature.
I would have waited, man, because that's too emotional. You got your, your husband, whatever, in jail, then your son dead, man.
Is that her husband? That's her husband. The father. That's her husband. They're married.
I don't know if they married or
I don't know. Maybe so. I was just asking because I wasn't privileged to watch the show. I don't know, but I was just curious.
She came in. She said she was gonna call. I guess she didn't call in today, but she called yesterday at the end of the show. Said she gonna call back. But that's gotta be kind of. I would have waited, man. It's too emotional, man.
Yeah, I don't know
killed,
about that.
My girlfriend locked up, man. I've been tore up from the floor up, man.
Yeah, there's certain things that
some people,
suffer,
light or high or whatever. But I'll pray, man. It's sad though, man, because right now this acting like a baby Chicago type move up in Cincinnati. But that little pump faking that Mayor Affleck said crying down, man. I can't tell why, man. Every week, man, seem like his number killing, man. Feel like I'm back at home. And everything, but at least I ain't, gotta watch my back really, I used to watch the gameways and everything else, the corner. But man, it's getting ugly, why? It's getting ugly, ain't nowhere safe, man, and bullets.
48 hurt.
Some got a name on it, some don't. No, but hey, I just pray, man, everything go well. But why, growing up, man, before I get up out of here, Jefferson and Good Times, my favorite shows, man. Yeah. Especially Different Strokes.
Yeah, Different Strokes. So you like the white man that adopted the two black boys. That was your shit, huh?
He was like, what you talking about, Willie?
I'm just saying, you like that the white man came and saved the two little black boys from the hood, huh? That's your thing.
Well, yeah, man. I used to like
you was looking for your Mr. Drummond, you and your twin brother, huh? Y'all was looking for y'all twin.
He got a twin brother. They identical too.
Who?
Mr. Drummond did. He had a twin brother in real life. They're identical.
Okay, that's the connection. That's why you like that show, I guess.
But yeah, man, especially, man, the Cosby, man, that was a great show, man.
Yes,
because the Cosby, man, had everybody on their toes, man.
Yeah.
And why? Let me say this, man, before we end this.
No, go ahead. Take your time.
I can't Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, bro. What's up with Smokey?
They did, man. I don't believe in none of that stuff, why? Man, I come from pimps, player, hustle, and everything else. I've seen it all. But this a hustle game, man. They claim everybody broke. As long as I got 2 cents in my pocket, I ain't broke. I could figure out to get some more. And that thing, people talking about you poor and not, man, whatever. You keep claiming that poor. I'm claiming rich and health, good health. That's all I'm claiming. So you claiming you mental and all that, go keep on there. You go come mental for real. Keep claiming that devil-filled stuff. But listen here, Wyatt. Oh, I'm tired of B2 ass movement, a come up, man. That's all it is, a come up. They've been doing this for years. I ain't in a room with Smokey. I ain't never met Smokey or whatever. I don't know what he do behind closed doors.
Right.
I'm not going to be a man to take you down anyway, because y'all know how it is. You've been doing this for 50, 40 years, late. Been my mate, whatever, housemaid, whatever, babysitter, housekeeper, whatever. You've been, giving them draws, and all of a sudden, I won't give you a raise, I won't do this. Oh, you touched me 20 years ago. Man, come on with that, man. Bill Cosby been doing that. He been doing, you been partying. Hey, this is what we do, baby. Smoke weed, pop a pill, do a line. whatever. This is what we do. All of a sudden, 30 years later, I'm in jail because of the white man.
I don't think you talking about Smokey. I don't think Smokey in jail, is he?
No, he got allegations against him.
Okay, they're probably civil
Oh,
allegations. So they probably won't end up in
man,
jail.
all that, man. I don't care. They looking for a come up, Wyatt. That's all it is. Insurance. Ever since the Bill Cosby R. Kelly, it's a come up, man. Y'all knew what these people been doing, but y'all in 30, 40 years ago, y'all didn't do Hugh Hefner like that when he had them underage girls in the Playboy, man. Even he was married over his wife and stuff at the early. Y'all ain't do him like that, but it's always us. We down in and everything. So we know if you in that circle, you know what's going on with the Diddy and all that. Everybody knew about that. Like our cat, I've been knew he be creeping around way before he hit the industry. You know, at the Kenwood High School all the time. We know about that, but hey, each his own. You get caught, player, you get caught. You got to be accountable for what you did. Now it is 20 years later, hey, you got caught. Once they done with you, the industry done with you, hey, we don't need you no more. That's our music. They ain't you. You don't own nothing, nigga. Thank you.
All
So
right, hey
that's how it
Twin, I'm
is,
past
man.
my
I don't
time.
believe in none of that, man.
Twin,
I just
I'm past my time, bro. I'm sorry, man. I hate to cut you off, man. Listen, I won't be here Friday or next week at all. I'm going out of
you
country.
here tomorrow night.
I'm here tomorrow. It's gonna be a short show tomorrow, man. I'm trying to get it all in now.
Where you going?
Bruh, you know I ain't about to put my location out there like that, bro. Especially to nobody that got them type
What you
of
going out to
connections.
the country or something?
Yeah,
Out the country?
yeah, but you know, y'all, you know too many people, too many different kind of ways. I ain't about to tell you.
I ain't known that, man. I ain't never been
I'm
a
just kidding
a
with
guy
you,
like
Twin.
that.
I'm just
You
kidding
know,
with
when
you, but
you do me wrong, yeah, but no, I'm changed a whole lot.
well, you the one. Hey, look, let me just say this for the record. Twin did look out for me when I went to Chicago. You know, he sent me the name of a restaurant. I just couldn't get, once I rolled up and seen the street it was on, wasn't nothing happening. I wasn't going back there, Twin. It wasn't no fucking way I was about to roll my car. Oh, no, bro. Listen, let me just say this to you, bro. It's dangerous back there. It's
Man,
dangerous
it's
back
called
there.
mind your business,
Yeah,
man.
but
That's
it's
all.
dangerous, bro. I used to love to go to hoods across the country. I would go, but I was a younger man, and I probably could handle myself a little bit. But
Man, that's why I get info. I'm like, hey, wait, what they do? What's on 63rd? Hey, what's on 79th?
I can't
Hey, don't
handle
go there,
myself like I
twin. They
used to.
shoot.
I can't handle myself like I used to. Twin, I appreciate you engaging with us, man. I gotta go though. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I promise.
All right,
All
man.
right, brother. Peace and love to everybody, man, on that. Yeah, I won't be here Friday. All right. And next week at all, I'll send the memo. Let me handle and conduct my business where I'm going first. Let me get my dots on and my T's. Let me get my I's dotted, my T's crossed. And then I'll let you see, or I'll maybe bring the family in on what's going on. You know, I don't want to say too much because I don't want, y'all some jinky. It's some people that are prey on your failure. Some of y'all be using prayers for the wrong thing. People, yeah, Lord, don't let him. Lord, I couldn't stand it if he do one more come up. Lord, no, Lord. Y'all think that that's crazy, but circles are not always tight. You got people in here right now. Y'all got people. Y'all got people in the Wyatt family. We got people in the Wyatt Live Messenger group that I'm not even cool with. Like they have never been on my side. I'm not talking about on my point of views, like agree with me. No, they not only disagree with me, but they infiltrators. Like I don't even care because it don't mean that much to me. I've been defending points and defending myself from people like that my whole life. But I'm talking about people that would come on here and be playing like they cool with you, but yet they organize and they're not like strategizing, but they'll try to go get people and try to get them to be against you. I ain't really got time for shit like that. But at the same time, I'm not trying to you're not that important to avoid. Like to the point where I got to be blocking and I just don't pay attention to you if I feel that's how you doing me. That's just how it is. I just don't pay attention to people. You can pay attention to me, but I won't pay attention to you. That's just how I treat people that I know curving me on purpose. I don't take it personal. I really don't take it personal because I look at it like this. Maybe you're not even here for me. I get it. I'm cool with that. But somebody here for me. And that's all I need. Here's the thing. I'm the lowest viewed show in that area, in the Cincinnati area. I keep track of it. They send me the charts even when I don't ask for them. I'm the lowest viewed show. If I wanted to be more aggressive and do the things like what Drop was talking about by being a little bit more aggressive through social media and rebooting and doing stuff, I could do that. But here's the thing. I've been a man that needed a very few people to accomplish a whole lot. I don't need 1,000 fake people. I just need 100 real people. What you can accomplish with 100 real people is more than what you can accomplish with 1,000 fake people. So I never take it personal. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, but a little earlier tomorrow to be closer to 1 o'clock. Peace and love to you. Holla.
That you would grab me, undermine me, and backstab me, but I can see clearly now the rain is gone, the pain is gone, but what you did was still wrong. There was a few times I needed your support, but you tried to play me like an indoor sport, like racquetball, tennis, pool, whatever. All I know is that you attempted to be clever. Nevertheless, cleverness can impress, cause now you've been exposed like a person undressed, and I can see through you, cause I'm the guru. And what you gonna do when I start to step to you? Cause when I pay you back, I'll be hurting you, and this ain't no threat, so take it personal. Rappers and art, you can't own no loops. It's how you hook 'em up in the rhyme style true. So don't even think you could say someone bit off of your weak beat. Come on, you need to quit. I flip lines and rhymes that never sound like yours. There ought to be laws against you yapping your jaws. Originality overflows in me, and the truth is that you wish you could live the life I live and kick the lyrics I kick. But bear in mind that you can't think this quick, so Premier drops beats for me to say verses to. And if I sound doper, then take it personal. Don't be mad cause I don't come around the way like I used to. I don't have time these days. I'm keeping busy making power moves. And don't try to say I don't remember you. You shouldn't let your jealousy show like that. I stopped coming by cause of the way you act. Telling my business to kids I don't even know. You're like a daytime talk show, and that's low. So you can tell everyone that I'm jerking you. And if you don't like it, kid, take it personal.